So I think at the beginning of all these, we will have a little banter. Okay. There we go.
We're live on our first episode. Wow.
It's the very first episode, for real episode. So welcome, dear listeners, to the Dinkin' Around podcast, where the only thing we're birthing is laughter. I'm your host, Jeff.
Redo.
No, it's our first episode, so it's okay. Go
All right,
ahead.
fine. You're Jeff.
Yeah.
And I'm your better host, Becky. We're here to show how life after parenting still holds plenty of excitement and laughter and questionable financial decisions.
And now we question the better host, Becky, too.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible.
That's okay. So open up that bar tab and let's roll those intro tunes. Don't worry, it was funny.
Dinkin' around, it's Jeff and Becky just dinkin' around.
That was much better than having to pay royalties for the other song that we liked.
The other song was nice, but
It wasn't us, though.
it
Singing.
wasn't us. And we don't have to pay money for this one
That's right.
because I'm a cheapskate.
Yeah. Well, that's how we have money for other things.
That's right.
All right. So, like I said, welcome, or like we said, this is our intro episode. Today, we're going to be talking about who we are, why we're doing the podcast, what the podcast will be about, and where to find out more info, which right now is nowhere.
Yeah, we've got to still build the social media profiles and things.
And websites if we decide to do that or whatever. Yeah.
Set up an email.
Yeah.
That way
Indeed.
people can write us complaints about what they hear instead of just turning it off.
Yes, indeed. So I guess we'll start with who we are, right?
Okay,
Do you want to go first or ladies first?
ladies first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm Becky, as we've already covered.
Not the
I-
better host, Becky, though.
I am not today, but normally, normally I will be the better host. I'm a 41 mother of 4, currently an empty nester, which is amazing, and I'm the mom of a corgi.
Oh, but that was very precise.
Thanks.
Yeah. My name's Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
I guess since we're telling our ages, I'm 47.
I mean, we don't have to tell the ages. You can edit that out if you want.
It's too late now.
Okay.
Actually, I could edit it out, but we'll see. So I'm a cradle robber
Yeah.
because I'm older than you,
You are.
which our middle daughter, or our oldest daughter, took advantage of when she got married. She's
Yeah.
like, hey, how many years are you between you and Beck? That was smart of her.
It was smart of her to approach that.
We've raised some very smart children.
Yes.
Anyway, let's see. I'm a corgi dad
Yeah, you're a father of 4 and a corgi dad, just
Yeah.
like I'm a mother of 4 and
and
a corgi mom.
corgi mom. Yeah. I like long walks on the beach.
Ooh, do you like pina coladas?
Yes, I do. And
Yeah.
getting caught in the rain.
I'm not so much about getting caught in
We
the rain.
might get sued for that one. Anyway, so we're empty nesters now.
We are. It's
'Cause-
pretty great.
Yeah, we got started way early because we are of the ex-Mormon variety. And in Utah, there wasn't much to do. So
There's not much to do. And then there's a cultural aspect, too, that if you're not married by the time you're 19 or 20, at least for a woman, you're an old maid.
yeah. Except, so I went against the culture norm, and I did not go on a mission. So I got married at 18.
Yeah, you were even younger than I was.
Yeah, I like to tell people I graduated high school, got married, had my first kid, and started college all within 6 months.
Yeah, you're an overachiever.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So why are we doing the podcast, Becky?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's just a hobby, something to kill the time with, but also it's something. I'm a podcast enthusiast, I would say, would be the nice word. I listen to lots of podcasts and thought, well, why not? Why not hang out online with people? Online?
Yeah, I mean, it is online.
Yeah,
They're consuming through the internet.
that's true.
That's
What about you? Why did you decide to do it? Besides that I came home and was like, I want to do a podcast.
Well, you said you wanted to do a podcast, and I'm trying to be a more supportive husband.
Oh,
So I'm like, hey, you know what? This gives me a good excuse to buy new fancy equipment.
which you haven't had to do though.
No, because I had all of it, it turns out. So that was kind of disappointing.
Well, we still could. There's more to get.
Yeah. And you know, I thought it was a good idea. It would be fun to do something like that with you.
Definitely fun to spend more time together this way.
And this will probably be my third favorite thing that I do with you.
Oh, what's number 2?
Anyway, let's keep it wholesome.
All right,
the day.
fine.
So we're 5 minutes into our new podcast here,
Wow.
just so you know. So if we're shooting for what, 30 minutes?
Yeah, I think that's a good goal to start with. I wouldn't mind if it went as long as an hour if we're getting going, but
I feel like an hour is too much. Maybe our listeners can tell us, our non-existent listeners, because they don't even know this exists right now, because we're birthing it as we speak.
we are birthing it as we speak, literally. Focus on your breathing. It's okay. You're so strong.
Yeah, thanks.
Loud noises!
This is going to be interesting for me to learn your sound effects that you've got going on the
Because
fly.
you just won't know.
I won't know when it's coming.
You'll be over there, and all of a sudden you'll just hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Again, I don't know if we can even use those because some of those are for movies, but
Well, I think they're on the internet, right? You would just start pulling them from the interwebs.
I mean, some of them. These were ones that I downloaded so that we wouldn't have the problems with it, because you said that this one was going to be too annoying.
Yeah, I stand by that statement.
I think that one's hilarious.
It
but
is funny for occasions,
Yes.
like
but,
just occasional use.
Yeah. Anyway.
So what's the podcast going to be about, Jeff?
So the podcast isn't that what? Oh no.
No, it was why.
Yeah, you did why. So what the podcast will be about? Well, so as we mentioned, we're empty nesters these days. So and we both work. Mm-hmm. I am a technical specialist for a very large company. That
Which will not be named.
Yeah, I guess we'll just not name it right now because we don't want to, think that I'm pretty sure there's somewhere I can't use the name as because it'll be an endorsement, and they're not a official sponsor yet.
Well, and as we know, this podcast might get a little bit vulgar from time to time, and
That's
they might
true.
not want to be associated.
They're all about inclusivity though, so
They
maybe
are.
that'll be okay.
Yeah.
And what's your position?
I do. Oh, that voice click was annoying. I do accounting. So we're a real exciting couple.
Mm-hmm.
Technical specialist and accountant. It's really fun times here. But I do it for a lumber company. So that is very interesting.
So if you haven't tuned out yet, so since we both work, we qualify as the double income. We're empty nesters, so we're no kids.
Right.
So that's where the DIN key
Yes.
or
DINK.
dink comes from.
Indeed.
Not from Spaceballs, not from Dink Dink.
Oh, is that what that was?
That was from Spaceballs.
Interesting.
I'll find it just so I can annoy you with it.
Okay. That works for me.
Um,
So we will eventually try to get social media profiles and things like that set up for this account so you can follow us and more of our shenanigans. But we haven't quite done that yet because we're very, very green.
very green.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. Dink 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 dink. That's all we'll play.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. I found that one on the fly.
Good job.
Thank you. I'm
impressed.
Yeah, I should be impressive.
This is why you're an excellent sound engineer.
That's right, engineer, not
Engineer.
designer, but
Yes.
an engineer.
I said the right thing this time.
Yes, you did. Very impressive. Anyway, so with our jobs, our double income, no kids, we have decided that this podcast will be about our adventures in dinkdom, dinkness,
Dinkhood.
dinkhood.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't like
Adventures
dinkhood?
of dinkhood? I don't know.
It sounds very royal and regal, which makes me really like it.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can go with that.
We can go dinkdom. Or
I don't know. Maybe we'll ask ChatGPT. Should we ask ChatGPT?
sure. Yeah.
Which also does not sponsor us
No.
yet.
But it's just an excellent tool for when you're having a writer's block.
So how would we ask it? What should we ask it?
What would you call the state of being a dink?
What would you call the state of being a dink? ChatGPT says, well, so it's just giving us a...
Say one word. Give me one word.
It's going to say dink in one word. Will that work if I do it that way? Childless.
Well, that's
How about
obviously a failure.
Give me variations.
Of the word dink?
Variations of the word dink. Now, I spelled variations wrong. So,
Well, you'd think if it's AI, I would know that.
yeah. Okay.
That looks like a very long answer.
It is. It gave us definitions, too,
Oh,
in case
okay.
you're wondering. But the 3 is dinks,
Okay.
dinky with a Y,
Dinky.
dinky with a IE, or a dinker.
We could be dinkers. You don't think so?
We'll have to come up with a better word.
Yes.
Anyway, so not dinkies or dinkers.
No.
We
Dink dynamos. I don't know.
We've decided that again, what the podcast was about until we got off on a tangent. That we would take our adventures and just stories,
Yep.
things that we do, and have maybe a weekly podcast of a half an hour
Yeah.
that kind of says, hey, this is what we did this weekend. And maybe you'll be amused by it. Maybe you
Maybe
won't.
not, but who knows? If it amuses us, then that's really the point.
And really, this is really for us,
Yeah.
because we're
Spend time
not
together.
we're not going to make money. You
Maybe.
hope we can make money
Well,
so we can buy a pool.
Down the road, yeah. I would
Yeah.
love to make money so we can buy a pool.
But
Ooh, this could be our pool podcast. It's not about pools. but-
because while we are dinks, we're not insane dinks.
No,
Our
we are-
questionable financial decisions usually involve maybe
Like going out to eat or staying
a
home.
very expensive dinner
Yeah.
that we didn't expect to be so
We're
expensive.
both very frugal, which is helpful, but that means that our adventures are a little bit less outlandish than some people.
Yes.
But they're still fun.
Yeah, but we're not the dinks with kinks.
No, we are not dinks with kinks.
Different podcast.
At least not kinks that we'll talk about.
Yeah, and so, well, maybe occasionally we will.
Maybe.
Like the ASMR.
Yeah, like the ASMR.
She really hates ASMR. That and the word moist. Mm-hmm. So make sure to put a lot of that in the
Yeah.
comments.
Very averse to the word moist. I don't like it. Moist.
Unless it's with cake, because cake is your favorite.
If you're referring to baked goods, then it is an appropriate word to use. It's very descriptive and gets the point across. You can't be like, that's a damp cake. That doesn't sound nice.
Oh. That's a good damp cake.
Yeah, that's a good damp cake. That's a damp good cake.
Damp good cake. That's much
Yeah,
better.
there
All
you
right.
go.
Now you are the better host. You have traversed.
I just had to warm up a
That's
little
right. Uh-huh.
bit, and I got going.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Rubber baby buggy
I thought
bumpers.
it was... Oh, okay.
That's what we used to say back in the... So I had, in a previous life, been a thespian in the high school. I actually... here's a fun piece of trivia for you. And you're already laughing because you know what I'm going to say.
Yes, I do.
I had a full ride theater scholarship to Western Wyoming University.
That's why you're so dramatic.
Yes, but I didn't take that. I stayed close to home because, again, I just had a child and had just gotten married.
Yeah. Not to me.
No.
We're both on second marriages.
Second. You give me that.
Yeah, okay, so
Shake of the
technically
head.
mine's the third, but the second one shouldn't have ever happened. It was very short. It was like a Britney Spears in Vegas kind of thing. So I just pretend it doesn't happen.
We make, questionable decisions occasionally.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else.
Sure.
And that's the fun part, is to see, you know what? I think my life's a wreck. Listen to these two.
Yeah. Most of the time I don't feel like I've got anything together. Like I need to get my stuff together.
Yeah. Your stuff.
My shit.
Yeah. Oh!
We can edit that out.
Way to
if you
go,
want to.
a-holes!
That was a good one. I was just waiting for a time to use that sound effect.
Oh, man.
I like that one. Anyway, so
So what day of the week are we going to release our podcast?
well, a lot of our adventures we have weekly things, but Saturdays tend to be them. So Sundays seem to be a good day to maybe record.
Yeah. Are you going to be able to like edit and do your magic the same day, or do you want to do like in the week?
I mean, it'll probably be like a middle of the week type of
So, like
release.
Wednesday?
Yeah, like hump day, the only day of the week where it's still acceptable to say the word hump.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
And, then after you've traversed the first half of the week and you're on the downhill, you can, start the Thursdays with a podcast that makes you giggle,
Yeah.
guffaw, or snort.
Guffaw.
Guffaw.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Thesaurus. Laugh. Let's look it up.
A thesaurus for the word laughter.
Yes.
I wonder what it's going to come up with.
What do you think the first one's going to be? It's not going to be
Giggle.
guffaw.
Giggle.
Okay. We're taking bets. Laughing. That was dumb.
Really dumb.
Chuckling. I like this one. Chortling.
Chortle.
Chortle.
I guess some people would sound like a chortle when they laugh.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
It does sound like a Pokemon.
Chortle, I choose you. Number 4.
Giggle.
Guffawing.
Oh, guffawing.
Then guess what?
I don't know.
Giggling. You just
Oh.
said it.
Well, I was wrong, so I didn't want to be wrong 3 times in a row.
Tittering.
Ooh, a good titter.
I think I'm more of a titter man myself.
I like a good guffaw.
A guffaw. Sniggering.
Yes.
That almost sounds like something I shouldn't have said on.
Yeah, that
Any
sounds
type
like
of
maybe something
podcast.
a white person shouldn't say.
Maybe I'll edit that one. Howling.
How?
Convulsions.
No, that's a seizure.
That's not funny at
I
all.
guess technically, if you look at what your body is doing during a laugh, it is convulsing, but that's not right because you've got muscles. Like, I don't know. That's just weird.
I don't know either. Fits.
That also sounds like a seizure.
Hysterics.
That's no.
Hooting and the Blowfish.
That's not there.
No, it says hooting.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
the Blowfish is not on it.
All right.
I only want to laugh with you.
That's Darius Rucker. That's not Hootie and the Blowfish.
It was when he was part of Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, okay.
People think he was Hootie.
He wasn't Hootie?
I mean, he wasn't. He was Darius Rucker. Before he had a wagon wheel.
But did he go by Hootie?
No, I don't. Well, I don't know.
Which one of them was Hootie? Because there has to be Hootie and the Blowfish.
Who was Hootie in Hootie and the Blowfish? Should we see what another large technology company says about that? Mm-hmm. The current, well, let's see. Behind the name Hootie and the Blowfish. This is a very long article. Do you know what? Wait, what did we say his name was?
Darius Rucker.
Before there was a film Pitch Perfect, Brian Herdrucker singing in the shower. Oh, okay.
He goes by Darius.
So Mark Bryan is one of they were a freshman at the University of South Carolina. This is where they were born.
Okay.
Okay. Brian Herdrucker. So that's why I thought they were saying that Darius Rucker's real name was Brian Herdrucker. So I was going to say, do you know what his middle name is? But I was extremely wrong. So I apologize. Anyway, Brian Herdrucker singing in the shower, and he was impressed by his vocal ability.
Oh.
Yeah. Hopefully he didn't bend down to pick up the soap after that.
Yeah, that might have been a little high pitched.
Yes. So together, Brian and Rucker performed cover songs under the name The Wolf Brothers. There's the Howling
Yes.
that we talked about earlier. Before rounding out their musical quartet with Dean Felber and Brantley Smith. What's a hoodie? A hootie. We know what a hoodie is.
Yeah, we do know what a hoodie is.
I enjoy a good hoodie.
It is one of the best creations
Yes.
ever.
I have probably too many hoodies, especially for where we live in the United States where it's very hot and melty.
Yeah. You can't wear a hoodie a lot in Texas.
I like to say that you can go 0 to sweaty in 0.6 seconds here.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love every second of it.
Yeah, I enjoy Texas a great deal. It's better than Utah for sure. For us. That doesn't mean for everybody.
Yes.
We still
I
have...
guess we didn't cover that in the Who We Are.
No,
like
no.
where
We
live.
still have children from Utah. We did mention that, there was nothing better to do in Utah.
Right.
Than
That
to-
is true. But we are not currently in Utah. We have moved to a better place.
Begat.
Yes. You can. Yeah, there's a lot of begatting happening. If you ask my mother, it's on the walls.
Let's see. So, as legend has it, Rucker came up with the odd name on the spot.
Hootie and the Blowfish?
Yeah.
Interesting. What is a hootie?
So, one newspaper in particular couldn't get over the word hootie, so they said, "What's a hootie?" Hootie. I keep wanting to say hoodie, but it's hootie. So,
Enunciate.
according to this article,
Okay, maybe that might be a bit much.
they called the band's publicist at Atlantic Records to find out. So, he told us the band's name goes back to their college days at the University of South Carolina.
Okay.
Lead singer Darius Rucker was inspired by the nickname of two college buddies.
Huh.
One wore huge round glasses that made him look like an owl.
Whew.
So this started with bullying.
Oh, man. Well, was it consensual bullying? Because
Yeah.
then that's just giving somebody a hard
And
time.
here's the other one. The other had big puffy cheeks that made him look like a blowfish.
Wow.
In case you didn't know, wait, what is a blowfish? Do you know what a blowfish is?
It's a spiky fish that inflates itself to look larger and more intimidating to predators.
Right. A tiny fish that swallows air and water to puff itself up. Yours was much more educational.
Yes. Well, that's what I do. Is
Yeah.
I educate.
Like a way to be educated. One night, these two guys walked into a campus party where the band was playing.
Okay.
Rucker saw them, and he said, "Hey, look."
It's Hootie and the Blowfish. That is not nice.
So that's where their name came from.
Wow.
So now we know why he's Darius Rucker.
Yeah.
Because back then you probably could have got away with that. You shouldn't
Well,
have, but you could have.
Yeah.
But
I
now
mean,
it's a...
As long as you don't know the
bullying
backstory, then you still could. But once you find out the backstory, that's not great.
name. So now we know.
Yeah.
We've exposed them.
Good old Darius.
We won't... Hootie and the Blowfish will be canceled because of our podcast with our
That's
non-existent
right. With
listeners.
our whole 0 listeners.
That's right. Yeah.
I apologize if you guys heard a little jingling. It was our dog coming into the room with her little collar. So
Hopefully these mics are good enough. It didn't pick that up, but I guess we'll find out on the playback.
I guess we will.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, so one of the other things that you probably don't know about us, but have guessed, is we tend to go down the rabbit hole.
Oh,
quite a
yeah.
bit. YouTube rabbit hole is one of those
YouTube,
things.
I go down TikTok rabbit holes. Any sort of.
I avoid the TikTok.
Yeah, I
I'm
probably
not a
should.
TikToker, but you enjoy the TikTok.
It's fun. Although there's some dark places of TikTok.
I think there's dark places you can go in a lot of places, like the background of the name Hootie and the Blowfish.
That's true.
Who knew how dangerous that was?
Who knew?
Yeah.
I thought Darius Rucker was an upstanding gentleman, but apparently he was just an a-hole.
I mean, when I heard that, I could only think to myself,
Oh, great Odin's raven.
It's scary.
I know. You like jumped. Did you pee a little?
No, I did not pee a little.
Okay.
But it definitely startled me to hear Will Ferrell in my headphones unexpectedly.
This is probably too many. I won't do all these sound effects all the time, but since it's the first episode, it's maybe we can entitle one the intro episode, and then have subtitles, and it could be like maybe Friends, and it could be the one with too many sound effects.
Yes. Yeah, like not a subtitle. That's not a subtitle, but like a slogan or like a snippet.
Maybe.
I don't know what the right word for that would be.
I don't either. I thought it was the subtitle or subheading.
Oh, I was yeah, okay. Probably.
But
I was thinking like, when you have closed captioning on the TV.
it could be the description.
Ooh, yeah, the description. We
The
can go with that.
the one with too many sound effects.
The one with too many sound effects.
We'll keep the subscriptions. We'll keep the descriptions very short and
Yes.
just say the one with, and then
Right.
label
And
the
just hope we don't get
adventure.
sued by
Or
Friends.
yes,
Although
I highly doubt you can copyright the one with.
you would be surprised, but I doubt it is.
All right.
Also, it's not even on TV anymore. It's just in syndication. So
Indeed. We don't want to mess with those guys, though. I mean, if they're hunting us down, then we're doing really well. We'll be beyond the pool by that point.
yeah.
Maybe it's Porsche in the pool.
But you know what? If I am in my Porsche or in my pool, I'll be fine with being suited. So it's okay. If I've made it to that point. I didn't even think about the Porsche. We could do a Porsche and pool podcast.
The Porsche and pool podcast.
Yes.
That's a lot of popping. Hopefully the pop guard did its job.
Maybe. We'll hopefully make it big enough that we can get our pool and our Porsche.
Yes.
And this is how you know that we're dinks, because those are our goals, is a pool and a Porsche, not formula and diapers.
So I'm sure this is something that you all can identify with. Wanting Porsches and pools. I guess that qualifies us for a dink. We're not there yet, but we're slowly working our way towards that.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully we'll get there at some point.
Yeah.
It's not too distant future.
So, Becky, we have now taken up 26 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So we did a pretty good job there.
That went pretty fast.
And Fergie is right now licking the floor next to my foot, and it's wigging me out a little bit.
Yeah. Fergie is the dog.
Yeah. So
I don't think we specified that.
at some point, the podcast will be brought to you by. So with 26 minutes, if we were doing a commercial
Then we could add those in.
for like our NFTs. Speaking of our Corgi Fergie,
Yeah. For our wondrous wiggle butts.
thewondrouswigglebutts.com. That's where you can find our NFTs that we
They
created.
are fantastic, because I know a lot of people are like, well, why would I want an NFT? What would I use it for? We use ours for our profile pictures on our social
They're
media.
profile pictures. That's what they're also under OpenSea, where you can get them.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay, well, people that know NFTs would know that they could go to OpenSea, and under profile pictures, they can find the wondrous wigglebutts.
And get some really cool looking corgis.
Yep, they're all different.
They are. There are some really pretty ones that I helped design with crowns and things.
Yes, and then there's ones that I thought were hilarious, like a nuclear sign on the bottom because Fergie farts are.
Yeah.
They haven't been so bad since we've
they
been
haven't
feeding her
been
better, but
so bad. But
yeah.
everybody who knows corgis knows that corgi farts are pretty terrible.
Right.
It's because they have all of the organs stuffed in that tiny little body.
yeah, that's true.
It's pretty toxic.
It's pretty toxic indeed. Well, so hey, we did a pretty good job.
We did.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you too. We
Thank
should
you.
celebrate with a beer later or something.
Not sure. Pickle beer. I enjoy a pickle beer.
Yeah.
Here's one other little fun, interesting fact about us. We tend to. Becky is more of the beer or whiskey drinker.
Beer, whiskey, and red wine.
Right. Where I tend to be like the cheer beer, fruity margarita person.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime we go to a restaurant and we order ourselves a adult beverage,
Yeah.
they tend to mix them up.
They do. They hand mine to yours and
Mine
Yours to me.
yours to mine, and
yeah. They do the same thing with our food too, because you tend to eat healthier than I do.
I don't know about that, but you're a big burger gal.
I really love burger and fries.
like the
So I
burgers.
order like a beer and a burger and fries, and they of course think that's for you instead
Right.
of the
And-
steak or whatever it is that you're getting that
Yeah.
would be healthier.
or my salad.
Mm-hmm.
That's really not healthier, but I convince myself it's healthier.
And there's vegetables.
Yeah,
It counts.
I like to have a little lettuce with all of my toppings. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So, thanks for joining us, or not joining us, our non-existent group.
never
You're
know.
probably coming back to this episode after listening to our much better episodes in the future.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's hope that's where we're at.
And hopefully we actually stick to doing this, because
Yeah,
we don't have a great record.
I've heard of that people only get to like week 7 and then they stop.
Yeah, if you have more than 7 podcasts, or episodes,
Mm-hmm.
then you're in the top 50%, right?
Wow.
Isn't that what they said?
No, something about downloads in the week after. you release it.
Okay.
I think it
so
was like
maybe I
20
was wrong.
downloads
All right.
or listens.
We went to the YouTube rabbit hole for
Yeah.
that as well.
We did.
All right, well we're gonna end pretty much right on time here, I think, today. So that's all for today, Dink Nation, because that's what we'll be calling you, Dink Nation.
Dink Nation. Until next time,
Keep dinking around.